Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurum militam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Triyutam Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Shahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Namo Mahabadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurati Se Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dhinandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripa tamaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hare Krishna. So we are seeing how Krishna has completely swallowed the forest fire. Because the Brajavasis were so tired and fatigued after the entire pastime of Kaliya. So Nanda Maharaj announced that now, because it is dead of the night, we should take rest here only in the banks of Yamuna. Near the banks of Yamuna they took rest, and suddenly this forest fire appears and Krishna drinks this forest fire. So there is a famous saying which says, so in prosperity people enjoy the music of life, and in adversity people understand the lyrics of life. In prosperity, when there is prosperity, when there is everything going on very nicely, people enjoy the music of life. Like in the morning we sing, Samsaradava Nalalidalo. It's so nice tune music. We enjoy the music. But when really Samsaradava Nalalida Loka comes, we try to really understand the lyrics of what we are singing every day in the morning. I experienced this many years before in 2016. I think 2016 Nepal earthquake, 2016. So when 2016 Nepal earthquake was there, so I was giving class. It was daytime at 12 12:30, 12:40 or 12:50, around that. So I was giving a class. It was Sunday. I was giving a class in Howrah. And the class was just about to get over and Kirtan was about to start. Generally, when I sing Kirtan, someone is doing something else and someone is trying to do here and there. And as soon as I just was about to start Kirtan, then everything started shaking and we are in the 7th floor. Even if we come down also, there is no way to come down. And there are a lot of apartments all around. And then everyone was just like screaming all in the class. And I was just sitting and everyone screaming started getting up. I said, "Arey, now is the time, sit down." And no one was ready to sit down. And because they cannot show that how they are afraid because they are devotees. And they all sat down because I said. And then I started singing Narsimha Arti, Namaste Narsimha. But I could observe the intensity of how devotees were chanting Narsimha Arti that day. One devotee was closing one eye and looking another eye at the fan. How much the fan was shaking. And intensely Hare Narsimha Arti, then Hare Krishna. And it was almost for 3-4 minutes. And Narsimha Arti half was over and still the fan was shaking. And it's not advisable. Generally it is advised to come out of the building. But we did Narsimha Arti and Kirtan and then the earthquake subsided. And when the earthquake subsided, all the devotees were sharing their realization that Prabhu, ये जो कीर्तन हमने किया, ये कीर्तन का जो भाव था अभी तक हमने महसूस नहीं किया था. So this is called understanding the lyrics of life. We may enjoy the music of whatever Vaishnava songs we are singing, whatever philosophy we are reading, but in order to actually assimilate it, we need to have certain amount of consciousness or chetana. And actually material energy cheats the living entity. The work of Durga Devi is actually to cheat the living entity. And how? Just by 2 words. Durga Devi says 2 words in the ears of the living entity and says, Khas and Sayad. The living entity sees the other living entities and thinks, शायद वो जैसा है, अगर मैं वैसे बन जाऊंगा बहुत आनंद में रहूंगा. The living entity is driving a Wagoner. We have a small Wagoner for the temple. And then thinking, oh, maybe if I have a Mercedes Benz, then I'll be more happy. शायद मेरे पास अगर एक बड़ा सा गाड़ी होता तो मैं बहुत आनंद में, I'd be extremely happy. And काश मैं भी उस तरह हो पाता. And then the living entity is cheated by the material energy and tries to work so hard and hard and hard just to fulfill this Sayad and Kaas. Kaas, I'm just using a Samsung. Kaas, मेरे पास Apple XS होता. And शायद उसके पास OnePlus Nord, what some OnePlus new variety has come. शायद उसके पास OnePlus है, इसीलिए वो इतना खुशी है. And entire material world, entire material development, entire economic development is just based on these 2 words, Kaas and Sayad. And the trap of the material energy is just based in these 2 words. Because the living entity knows, the living entity works so hard to get one object and still not happy. And still the material energy cheats him again, telling, शायद इस बार तुमने गलती कर लिया, शायद दूसरा टाइप का अटेम्प्ट करेगा, जरूर आनंद में रहेगा. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam says, Durasaya, false hope. And until unless the living entity gives up this false hope to become happy in this world, to find happiness in this world of samsara, which is compared to a forest fire, he can never understand the lyrics that is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is trying to teach us the lyrics of life. And until unless we stop enjoying the music of Kas and Sayad, we will never be able to understand the lyrics in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Just to give a simple example, we have our kitchen in charge, Anand Gauranga Prabhu. Imagine Anand Gauranga Prabhu, our kitchen in charge, goes to market to get some atta and oil. While he goes to purchase flour, atta and oil, he comes and announces with a big announcement, anyone who uses this atta and oil will be most miserable. And with this announcement, he keeps the atta and oil and he gives it to our cook Advait Prabhu. And Advait Prabhu uses the same atta and oil, the ingredients, to make wonderful puri. And he announces that this puri is so irresistible. You will take it and you will suffer. But the most wonderful thing is you just can't stop eating it and you just can't stop suffering after eating it. So this is primary creation and secondary creation. Vishnu is announcing in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, who is the source of all Vishnu, is announcing in Bhagavad Gita the primary creation, the primary purpose of the creation of this material world is Dukkhalayam Asaswatam. The atta and oil, the ingredients of the material world is meant only to make us suffer. And the secondary creation made by Brahma, who is like Advait, making the actual puri out of the atta and oil, is actually made in such a way, the material world is designed in such a way that it has become so irresistible to make the living entity suffer. Within the fire, the living entity is trying to find the cool shade of happiness. So this is primary and secondary creation. Brahma announces, just like Vishnu is announcing in Bhagavad Gita, that this material world is dukkhalayam, filled with misery. Brahma announces that whatever little happiness is there in this material world is all just to trap the living entity in this cycle of misery. And if the material energy is really wanting to frustrate one and is really after you, then it is said that the material energy Durga Devi gives you success. Rishabdev speaks in his instructions to his 100 sons in Srimad Bhagavatam a very wonderful verse. Rishabdev says, Parabhavastava jato yavan ajityashita atma tattvam. Parabhavastavata yavad. Parabhavas. And if you read the translation in Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada has translated Parabhava, special defeat. What is special defeat? Defeat is defeat, failure is failure. But if the material energy really wants to frustrate you, then the material energy will give you Parabhava. Especially in Western world, there are a lot of casinos. And when there is casino, when you go to a casino, when you go for the first time in a casino, and if you lose, then the casino owner is really frustrated, is really miserable. Oh, haar gaya. And if you go to the casino for the first time, and if you win, then the casino owner is actually losing. So he becomes very happy. Great, amazing. Because the taste of winning will inspire the person to go to the casino again. Initially he baited for 1 lakh and he won and he got 10 lakhs. And the actually owner is feeling so happy because next time he is going to come and bait for 50 lakhs. And he wins 1 crore. And the casino owner is really happy because next time he is going to bet for 10 crores. And this time he wins 50 crores. And the casino owner is extremely happy because next time he is going to bet for 100 crores. And this time he loses everything. And this is a real story. There is a owner of a very famous educational institution in India who actually lost everything in casino of Las Vegas. And this is the principle in which the material energy works. And Parabhava, special type of defeat, means material energy will make you successful, make you more successful, make you more successful, make you more and more and more and more while you are just in the air of success. And then when you drop down, then all your bones, everything is completely smashed. Just like there is, imagine, just because all of you have done engineering, and just to give an example which you can relate, imagine you have joined a coaching institute and in the first exam of the mock exam of the coaching institute, you are topper. Second exam of the coaching institute, you are topper. All India rank 1 in all the mock test of all the exams that the coaching institute conducted. First month, second month, third month, in all the months, in the 11th class, in the 12th class, in all the mock tests, you are topper, 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 topper. And in the end, in the main exam of JEE Advanced, you could not qualify only. Just imagine the amount of misery. And this is how the material energy works. Parabhavastavad abodha jato. Abodha jato. Bodha means knowledgeable. Abodha jato, the most foolish person. One who is most foolish, who is born out of ignorance, thinks this is the goal of life. He is not able to understand what the life is meant for. And Krishna is actually Bhavagrahi. He does not accept the things, but he accepts the consciousness in which the things are offered to him. And that is why when the living entity is put in so much of miserable situation, Bipad, he really cries out helplessly to Krishna. And we see here the cowherd boys, they're crying out so helplessly. Not so that they can be saved from the miserable situation. Just see, when these conditioned souls in this material world, they cry out helplessly. They actually cry out for their own happiness. But here we see, this is the mood of Vrindavan. The Brajvasis are crying out so that they can survive and render service to Krishna. But in any way, whenever there is suffering, the living entity actually plans to understand the lyrics of life. Like we see in Corona, we have this COVID crisis, and so many places we find so much of Bhagavad Gita registration. Yes, Sri Madhav Prabhu. Previously you put a poster that your kids, do you want your kids to join Bhagavad Gita class? Hardly anyone used to care. My kid has to go for a career and this and that. And now when the kids are there in the homes, they are so frustrated. बच्चे को भगाओ इधर से, कब स्कूल खुलेगा? And somehow or other they want to keep their kids engaged. And the only way they know is spirituality. And so much of registration of Bhagavad Gita for kids. In Chennai we had almost 10,000 registrations for Bhagavad Gita. And our Chakradhari Prabhu is doing registrations in Vijayawada. So many Bhagavad Gita registration every day. They are not able to manage. So many people want to understand the lyrics of life. Why? Because now they understand this is not the time to enjoy the music. So when crisis happens, it becomes easier to understand the lyrics. Otherwise, life just goes on in enjoying the music. And we see how Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with crisis after crisis. Chitraketu Maharaj. Sukadeva Goswami said he married one lady, and there was no son. Actually, marriage is meant for creating that kas and sayat. Sayat. Like people say that, oh, मैं जो कर नहीं पाया, मेरा बेटा करके दिखाएगा. People have that sentiment. And sometimes parents are so pussy about the career that the son should take, and the son is really not able to solve simple arithmetic, and the father wants him to join IIT and gives us to the coaching institute. Sir, isko karke dikhao. Kyun? Kyunki main nahi kar paya. Isko karna hai. Entire marriage life is based on kas and sayat, false hope. So, Chitraketu Maharaj was one like that. Thinking that I am the ruler of the entire earth. And if I don't have a son, then who will rule? So then, with that hope, he married one wife. Nothing happened. Because you may marry whatever you can do, but everything is in the control of Daiva. And then he married second wife with the hope, now I'll get a son. Third wife, fourth wife, 5 wives. And Sukadeva Goswami said he married 10 million wives, 1 crore ladies, all barren and no son. And just imagine, and not that when a king marries, oh, just spend 10,000 rupees in some mandir. Every marriage that a king does has to happen in that way. 10 crore into that amount has been spent with the false hope that I will get one son, not 10 crore son, one son to actually rule and continue. Because it's actually like I remember my father when he was so upset when I became what I have become. And the reason I asked why you are so much shouting at me and said, कुल का क्या होगा हमारा? कुल कैसे आगे बढ़े? I said, हमारा कहाँ प्रहलाद महाराज का कुल है जो आगे बढ़ा है? But this is when someone wants to, that is Chitraketu Maharaj's kul. How worried he would be to go ahead, make it go ahead, that generation. And after 10 crore wives, nothing happened. And when Angira Rishi visits, and he wants to tell him, don't enjoy the music of life, understand the lyrics of life. Chitraketu says, what you are speaking? Nothing is entering my ears. Then Angira Rishi understands that this person is right now not ready for receiving the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. And he, through his mystic power, though Chitraketu Maharaj in his Kundali had no chance of begetting a son, he blesses him with a son to artificially create a crisis so that Chitraketu understands the lyrics of Srimad Bhagavatam. And when the crisis happens, when the son who was not supposed to be comes and dies, then Chitraketu Maharaj falls at the feet of Narad Muni and Angira Rishi. And then he is able to understand, who am I? Why there is suffering in this world? And this is actually the entire theme of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam introduces various devotees facing different types of crisis. Emotional, physical. Gajendra was facing tremendous physical crisis. Parikshit Maharaj faced crisis. Chitraketu Maharaj faced crisis. And among all these crises, Srimad Bhagavatam is trying to teach us Padam Padam Yad Vipadam Natesham. This material world is a place of crisis. Don't try to enjoy the music of material world. Understand the lyrics behind the purpose of material creation. The purpose of material creation is to reform the living entity, is to reform the consciousness of the living entity. And what consciousness needs to be reformed? Recently my sister had called and he was speaking on the same subject matter. She was telling that, remember when we were young, three of us? The life was so blissful. It was so happy. And right now, you are blissful, but right now both of us, as if we are being fried. My sister said this, literally she said like this, we are being fried in the kadai of this life. I said, that's what Bhaktivinoda Thakur, one of our great acharyas, speaks. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Bada dukha payachi swatantra jivane. This is what Srimad Bhagavatam is trying to teach us through the crisis. The misery of this world is all because we left the wonderful protection of Vaikuntha and spiritual world and Vrindavan. My sister was saying this, that when we were under the protection of our parents, it was so nice experience. And now all problems have started as if we are being fried in the kadai of life when we actually became independent. And this is what material energy is trying to teach us. through all the crises, through all the dangers, through all the miseries that material energy is offering us, mercifully, we must be very grateful to Durga Devi. Durga Devi is the greatest preacher in this entire material world. What biggest preachers of this universe, all big sadhus cannot do, Durga Devi within seconds can teach through shock therapy. We just pick sound and give Bhagavatam class, and okay, Swamiji is giving Bhagavatam class. Okay. But Durga Devi, just like when you go to a mental asylum, the person says, "Main Narendra Modi hu." Oh, you are Narendra Modi. And the doctor says, everyone who comes here says like this only. Very soon you will understand. And all the patients are looking at him, yes, yes, yes. And then after some time, the person who has come, new Narendra Modi, the new Narendra Modi starts having a fight with the old patients, saying, ये बेड में मैं सोऊंगा, वो मेरे बेड में तुम जाके सो. And the patient complains that ये बोल रहा है मेरे बेड में सोएगा. And the doctor says, नहीं नहीं तुम्हारा allocated bed तो वो है. मैं नरेंद्र मोदी हूँ, मैं कहीं पे भी सो सकता हूँ. And then the doctor, the nurse, the patients, everyone tries to make him understand how you are not the prime minister of the country. He says no. The next day the doctor says, we will take you to another room, we will allocate you a suit room in which you will actually experience how you are prime minister. And then they take him. And then this patient says, yes, tomorrow I'll get a suit room, tomorrow I'll get a suit room. And the doctor takes, and the room is very big with lot of wires, lot of different instruments, and the patient is made to sleep. And as soon as the patient sleeps, two nurses hold the legs of the patient, and two nurses hold the hands of the patient. The patient is crying, what you are doing? Now we will show you actually how you are Pradhan Mantri of this country. And then the doctor gives 50 volt of shock. Says, are you Pradhan Mantri? Ah, yes, I am Pradhan Mantri, leave me, I am the Prime Minister. And then he increases the voltage to 100 volt. Now what you are? No, Sayad, मैं नहीं हूँ. And then he increases the volt to 150 volt. No, nahi, I am not Pradhan Mantri. So this is Durga Devi. Gives wonderful shocks. We try to tell, who are you? You are spirit soul, you are not this body and all those things. ठीक है, स्वामी जी हर समय आते हैं यही बोलते रहते हैं. But as soon as Durga Devi starts her class of crisis, everything else is understood in this world. So we must understand that these crises are actually ways to realign our priorities of life and understand the lyrics of life in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. And the reformation that Srimad Bhagavatam, that this entire material world and Durga Devi is wanting to make us learn is Bada Dukha Payachi Swatantra Divane. Give up the independent nature. Give up the independent nature. Give up the independent nature. And the living entity is shouting, no, I will not give up the independent nature. You will not give up, I will increase the voltage from 50 volt to 100 volt. Give up the independent nature. No, I will not give up the independent nature. And in this way, only when the living entity gives up his independent nature and tries to realign his life according to Srimad Bhagavatam, according to the laws of God, according to Bhagavad Gita, the living entity finds happiness. And the summer season, Samsara Dava Nalalidha Loka, becomes spring for the living entity. And this is how the living entity actually experiences spring in his life. We are reading here how Krishna actually swallows the entire forest fire. So similarly, the entire samsara dava nalalidha loka is completely swallowed. The entire material existence can be swallowed completely, fully, within just a moment of the living entity, just if he agrees to give up his swatantrata and accepts again the dependence of the Supreme Lord. So the purpose of life is actually to invite Krishna in our life. And when Krishna is invited and when we become dependent, then actually the spring can actually come in our life. We can experience the spring of life. And the way to invite Lord in our life is explained in the pages of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the Ante Leela, Kaviraj Goswami, before explaining how Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu experienced the nectar of Krishna's presence in his life, he goes on to explain first this pastime. Very interesting. If you read Ante Leela, the chapters go on, and then the chapter starts that how Lord Chaitanya experienced the transcendental madness. And just before the experience of transcendental madness, Kaviraj Goswami puts and describes this pastime. One day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got ready and wanted to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. Deha vyase nitya kritya kari samapan kale jai kaila Jagannath darshan. So he went, and just like every day, he went for Jagannath darshan. Javat kala darshane karena gaudera pache. And just like behind the Garud Stambha, just like Lord was every day taking the darshan of Lord Jagannath, this day also Lord took darshan behind the Garuda Stambha. Prabhura age darshana kare loka lakhe lakhe. And ahead, so many lakhs and lakhs of people were taking darshan of Lord Jagannath. Udiya ek stri bhide darshan na paya. Garude chadhi dekhe Prabhura skande pad diya. And there was one Odishan lady. Because there were lakhs and lakhs of visitors, generally ladies when they become old, they become like this. You have seen they get curved. And this lady was extremely curved and she was not able to, and just imagine your height becomes less and there are so many people, you cannot actually see Jagannath. So this lady actually put her first leg on the knee of Lord Chaitanya, then on the Garuda Stambha, and put another leg on the shoulder of Lord Chaitanya and one leg on the Garuda Stambha, and he took and he started taking the darshan of Lord Jagannath. Dekhiya Govinda aste vyaste stri ke barjila. And when Govinda saw this, Tare nama ite Prabhu Govinde nisedhila. And when Govinda saw this, he became so disturbed. He started shouting at that lady. He said, "Get down, get down, get down, you foolish lady. Don't you see you are offending the greatest devotee, Garuda? And you are offending the Lord himself, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu." And then the lady understood, and aste vaste, the lady understood what she did and came and as soon as the lady came down, Lord Chaitanya started shouting at Govinda. Adivasya ei strire nakara varajan karuka jatheshta Jagannatha darshan. Lord Chaitanya shouted at Govinda, "Hey Adivasi, you tribal fellow, You uncivilized fellow, you don't know the behavior of a civilized person. How dare you stop this lady from climbing my shoulder to take darshan of Lord Jagannath? I don't have that much eagerness to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. And if I help someone, facilitate someone who has such eagerness, then maybe someday I will develop this intense eagerness to see Lord Jagannath. तार आरती देखी प्रभु कहिते लागिला, एत आरती जगन्नाथ मोरे नाही दिला. Seeing the intense eagerness of this audition lady, Lord started begging and falling at the feet of the audition lady and said, why Lord Jagannath has not blessed me with this type of eagerness to see him? जगन्नाथे आविष्ट इहार तनुमान प्राणे, मोर स्कंदे पाद दिया छे ताह नहीं जाने. She is so eager to see the darshan of Lord Jagannath that she is not able to understand that she has put her leg on my shoulder. And this is the process of inviting Lord in our life, to develop this eagerness. But we can only develop this eagerness when we develop humility. And Kaviraj Goswami puts this story first in the beginning. When Lord Chaitanya starts experiencing the transcendental madness of Krishna in his life, before that, Kaviraj Goswami puts this story to show that until unless we either develop this intense eagerness or facilitate those who have this intense eagerness through our humility, through our humble service attitude, we can actually experience this madness. And that is why the chapter what is going to come is the killing or the deliverance of Pralambasur. Pralambasur is the demon of false pride. And interestingly, Pralambasur is actually carved not by Krishna but by Balaram. And if we really want to invite the spring, and we are being tormented by the summer of this life, and if we really want to invite Krishna and invite the spring in our life, we need to become humble. We need to give up this independent mentality. And the hindrance, that which poses hindrance is actually false pride, the demon of Pralamba. And by surrendering to Gurudev, actually we don't have any eagerness for serving Krishna. We don't have any consciousness to serve Krishna. We don't have any feelings for serving Krishna. But we are blessed with the association of Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Parampara, who are so eager to serve Krishna. And if we can facilitate them, help them in their service to Krishna, just like Lord Chaitanya was telling, if I can facilitate this audition lady who is having such intense eagerness for taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, definitely I will also be infected with the same eagerness to love and serve Krishna. Guru is having such intense eagerness to serve Krishna. Srila Prabhupada actually established the worldwide movement to establish the name of Krishna. ISKCON is not named as ISKCON. Everyone knows ISKCON as Hare Krishnas. That is the glory of Srila Prabhupada. So many sadhus have gone to West and they have established the society on their name. They have established the missions on their name. But Srila Prabhupada, out of his intense love and eagerness, he made Krishna famous all throughout the world. And if we can just facilitate, if we can just help Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada in their service, in their intense eager service to Krishna, we can also one day be blessed with this intense eagerness to love and serve Krishna. And then Krishna will definitely swallow not just the simple fires of the material miseries in our life. Krishna is ready to swallow our entire material existence. Just we have to facilitate the Guru Parampara, and that's what going ahead will be told in the story of Pralambasur. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran ke, Jai Shri Shukdev Goswami ke, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada ke, Nitai Gaur Premanande.